Jack and Tiffany, again, thank you very much for agreeing to spend this time together. As I said, we are excited about the Patreon story, and in our work with you, we've actually just, quite frankly, each of the consultants who work with you were inspired, and our firm has been inspired. So we look forward to this discussion. We'd love to hear from your perspective. As you were thinking about your chief people officer, how did that influence you, the idea of purpose?
I think one of the things that we've really been reflecting on, and it's actually been work that I've found really inspiring to do, especially doing it with Jack and doing it at Patreon, is really thinking about this idea of how purpose informs your decision making, and recognizing that it's such a critical part of your identity and how you express yourself. And so the clearer you are on your purpose, the more information you can put in the brochure, so people are like really clear on what they're signing up for, recognizing not every culture is right for everyone, and that's okay. But the clearer you are about that, the easier it is to kind of have a framework or a point of view that enables sort of that reflection and also assessment. So that's been like a really fun process that we have been on the journey on. And it sort of started with taking the founder story, taking this mission, this really important mission that we're a part of, and really starting to codify that and thinking about how would we express ourselves then as an employer brand? And I think the one thing that I get the most excited about is just having my hands on enabling the people strategy and the business strategy together. It's been really satisfying sitting with Jack and sitting with the exec team and sort of taking this transformation journey that we're on, which is really around the growth that's happening in the creator economy, the need for our creators to really help sustain in a world where a lot of companies are starting to get into the creator economy space and try to kind of add on things where we definitely feel like we have a very unique story to tell that's built around this longevity, which means that we need a world-class platform and tools and a set of experiences and grow. We have to grow like crazy. And how do you take all of those business factors and make sure that there is a scalable people strategy that's going along with it? And it's been such a treat, and it feels very tangible and real, the decisions that we're making. And I get to balance this world of sort of vision, which is around purpose and codifying purpose, and grounding it in very day-to-day decisions that we have to make. So this has been an incredible experience. I think some of the other things that I really appreciate, especially, I would definitely call myself someone that maybe is more non-traditional stepping into a chief people officer role. I definitely think the disciplines that I sort of have built over time, which have been more on the talent development, succession planning, like that kind of like internal systems growth with culture and DEI, I get to kind of bring that into the people strategy, where I'd say sometimes in the chief people officer role, so much of it is anchored on other things that kind of work sort of sits outside. And because it's my orientation, I get to kind of attack the people strategy with all of that orientation in how I think about it. And I think that hopefully what we'll see over time is that feels very holistic and balanced for us as we're going after these really ambitious outcomes externally. And so I just feel really passionate about the work that I get to do. I feel like I'm learning every day, which was like my biggest ask. And this was the biggest push I could do from a personal development standpoint. I learned from the team. I learned from Jack. I learned from my team. I learned from our Patreonauts every day. And I feel like I'm hopefully going to keep improving and scaling every day. So that's been a really wonderful and inspiring experience to have.